Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, in this video today we're going to be doing a sit down video, and we are going to be talking about a tag. I was tagged by Green Dream Project, and it is a video on why I YouTube. Why you watch YouTube, why you upload to YouTube, what YouTube means to you in general. So, let's get into this. Hermes says hi. Alright, number one. In our house, and this isn't just YouTube, this, for me, number one actually encompasses the internet in general. For us, in our house, we call the internet and the computer the magic knowledge box. If there is anything you need to know or anything you want to find out, you will find it on the magic knowledge box. With the right kind of searches and the right kind of keywords, you can find out any information you need to use. And if it's a video that you're looking for on something you want to learn about, or something you want to make, or for us, I love homesteading and I love cooking and I love canning. Well, obviously that's what I do. Gardening, I love gardening anytime it is gardening season. You don't like mommy's arms flapping all over the place. Anytime it's gardening season. Even though just this last year was my most productive year for tomatoes, I've always loved to garden. I always put something in it wherever we are, even if it's just herbs in a pot, I do it. And you can find any kind of video you need on making anything, cooking anything, canning anything, homesteading, building, any of that on YouTube. So that's the number one reason why we YouTube. Number two, entertainment. We love and we get most of our entertainment from YouTube. My favorite, and this is for you, Green Dream Project, I love Japanese game shows. And me and my husband and my kids get a huge kick out of those Japanese bug fighting videos. They're just hilarious. Come here, I want to fix those for you. Say hi to the YouTube world. There you go. Alright. Entertainment, bugs. Oh, we love the bugs videos. That's part of the reason why my husband has bugs in my garden, because he just loves bug videos. They are one of his more favorite. Those and kids animation videos. My husband and my children watch those short animation films together all the time. They are great. Alright. Third reason I YouTube, news. We do not have cable in our house. I find it an excessive and wasted bill when we have Netflix and you have Hulu and you have YouTube and you have any number of video sites on the Magic Knowledge Box to find your news and your entertainment. On YouTube, I am subscribed to all the news channels. I watch mainstream news and alternative news. I love Philip DeFranco. If you like a good, non-biased reporter, he does give his opinions at the end of reporting his non-biased information. You've got to check out Philip DeFranco. But yeah, news, entertainment, and information for the Magic Knowledge Box. Those are the first three reasons we YouTube. Number four. This is part of the reason and was the first initial spark for why I decided to start my YouTube channel. And that is so my kids have a place to come back to, because once it is on YouTube, unless I delete it, or YouTube deletes it, once it is on YouTube, it is always on YouTube. My children can go back to Mom's channel and find anything that they want. Their favorite cake that Mom used to make, their favorite cookies, their favorite jams, their favorite jellies, their favorite soups and stews, how to grow tomatoes the way that Mom used to grow them in the fish tanks, the way Mom grew herbs. I mean, anything. I want them to be able to have a spot to come back to and always find information from Mom. The reason I wanted to do that for them is, I know I've talked about it in all my videos a lot. My grandma and great-grandma were a huge, well, my two grandmas, my grandma on my mom's side and my grandma on my dad's side, and my great-grandma on my mom's side, were huge influences for me in the whole cooking. My father too, my father and my grandfather, or my father and my grandmother on his side, they were huge influences in my cooking and my canning and just my love of food in general. My grandfather on my father's side was a gardener, a huge gardener, and I loved going and visiting them in the summer and gardening with Grandpa. And there is, when I was younger, and all children do this, and it's because that's what children do. Children's lives are about themselves, being children, growing, having fun, experiencing, so they don't always pay attention to the lessons that you're trying to teach them. And I didn't always pay the closest of attention to my grandmas and my great-grandma. And great-grandma is Oma. I've talked about her. I didn't always pay the closest attention, or I was too young to understand exactly what everything meant. So once I grew up and I decided to, well, I didn't decide, yes, I guess me and my husband decided, but we started being more healthier about our diets, because when my daughter was 2, she had an intussusception of the intestines, the large colon in particular. An intussusception is where the colon goes in on itself, and she had polyps, which are like basically big moles inside. And then she'd eat, and then the fecal matter would come through, and then it would snag on those, and then it caused her intestines to pull in on themselves, and she actually had a part of her intestines that died. Because it was her large intestine, her colon, which does a vast majority of the nutrients absorption in your body, we needed to change the way we ate in our house to make sure that my daughter was able to get the highest quality nutrients she could get. And now I spent the first 8 years after the whole thing happened, yes, gardening and growing foods, but everything I grew, I would freeze. I was so nervous about trying canning. And then 5 years ago, we moved here to Fargo. And in Fargo, it is a bigger farming community than where I come from. You have more people who you can talk to and interact with. You can ask more questions of people. I can go to the farmer's market and talk to the farmers about their experiences. And once I started with simple fruits, because that can be water bath canned. Just fruit and sugar, so that I can make breads, fruit breads, and high quality nutrient fruit breads for my daughter and my son. And then I started watching channels on YouTube, learning to can, and now 5.5 years later, 90% of our food is canned food. In my house at this very moment, I have 600 or 700 jars of canned food. Everything from protein to sauces, to vegetables, to fruits. I mean, yeah. I even have a couple of videos at the beginning of my channel. They're under the Project Pantry. I am coming up on 1 year, and I have not reached my goal. I had wanted to double my canned goods, but because of job situations, I was only able to I'm about 150 jars up from where I was. In those videos, I believe my jar count was like 530 something. And I use all my food on a regular basis, so in actuality, I've probably canned double what I had last year, because I can constantly. I have a canner going almost every day, or something being made to be canned. Like right now, I have stewed tomatoes, tomatoes defrosting for me to do, to skin the tomatoes, and I'm going to be making ketchup and barbecue sauce. I can every day, so I wanted to make sure that my children have a place. Yeah, rant, going on forever. I wanted to make sure my children had a place where they could come to and have their questions answered by Mom in a way that I wasn't able to do with my grandma and great-grandma. The only thing I have from my grandma and my great-grandma are memories and cookbooks. So I've had to relearn so many things to be able to do what they did, and the nutrient quality from the food that they had, because I need to worry about it for my daughter's health. So for me, we started the channel partially, but the initial spark for starting the channel was my children. I want them to be able to have what I didn't have. A connection to be able to learn or possibly find out questions that they don't remember that they can find from videos from me. Alright, number 5. Why I YouTube. Share with others. Friends and family. I have lots of friends who want to know, how do you make this? How do you make that? How do you do that? How do you do this? That's why about half of the first videos I put out were actual personal requests from friends on how I make certain things. Certain videos like my grandma's cinnamon sugar cookies, my great-grandmother's eggnog bread, and my Oma's lemon ginger tea. My son loves that lemon ginger tea. He drinks it, eats it, haha. He drinks it obsessively. It does not harm me to drink a lot of it, but he loves it. That's one of his favorite things. So my friends and my families, I wanted them to be able to have a place to come watch videos. They asked me to make particular videos, so yeah. And then the other half of reason number 5 was to share it with others, friends and families. And if my channel got big enough, to make a little bit of extra money myself, to bring a little tiny bit of income into the house, myself, and be able to just add a little bit to what we have in our household. Now, when it comes to food, I have friends and family all the time who bring me, because they know how I can, they know my canning procedures, they've all been around. I even have friends who have come and canned with me so I could teach them things, because they know how I keep my house, they know that it's safe. So I will have friends who will bring me large quantities of food, and we split the end product, because I supply the jars, I supply the lids, I supply any of the spices and smaller ingredients that need to go into the items to make them. Like in the summertime, I have one friend who brings me, and you guys have seen this, I have rhubarb videos. She brings me pounds and pounds and pounds of rhubarb. 3 or 4 times a year, she brings me anywhere from 5 to 10. Even one time she brought me almost 20 pounds of rhubarb. And I make rhubarb jam, and we split the end product. So it works out wonderfully for everybody. And that's, you know, for them also, they like to see the videos that I make from the products, from the stuff that they bring me. I have one friend, he brought me tomatoes one time, just because he wanted to have me make the barbecue video so that he could see how to make the barbecue sauce I make. So that's the other part of the reason why I started YouTube. Now, thanks Green Dream Project for the tag. I go on and on and on. This is a super long ranty video. I'm supposed to tag 5 to 10 other people, but the funny thing is, Green Dream Project, every person I would have tagged are people you've tagged. So, I call all you people out. Anybody out there who does any YouTube videos, who happens to watch any of our videos, I tag you. Everyone out there in YouTube land, I tag you. Make a video on the 5 reasons why you YouTube. Reasons why you go to YouTube, reasons why you watch YouTube, or reasons why you make your own YouTube videos. Alright guys, thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And remember everyone, stay positive. Bye guys!
Bye!
Stay positive! Bye!